If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. Albert Einstein said this, and when we think of Einstein, we think of probably the smartest man that ever lived. Yet, when you think about this quote, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you ask a fish to climb a tree? It's absurd. But I'm here today to tell you something very sad indeed, devastating even. This quote is an accurate description of our education system in America. I want you to think about this quote and what it means. But obviously, I'm not here on this TEDx stage to talk about this one quote, so I'll start from the beginning. I'm here today to tell you about this amazing idea and philosophy that can revolutionize the way we think and the way we look at the people around us, as well as how students are educated. This idea and philosophy is applicable to everyone's day-to-day life, and it should make you realize the value of yourself and others around you. This idea is called Innate Incredibility. It believes that every human has a seed of capability to do something incredible. It also believes that with the right conditions, this seed of capability will no longer be a seed, but a plant of achievement. This idea is the idea that every single human being you will ever meet in your lifetime has this innate ability and capability for incredibility. Now, what is incredibility? Incredibility, it's a phenomenon, and words just don't do it justice. So I won't even bother. I'm kidding, obviously. Incredibility can be doing something amazing, courageous, or interesting. To be honest, I can't define innate incredibility. And what I mean by that is I can't give it a general definition for all to follow. It's on an individual basis. It depends on what the individual is passionate about. It depends on what they find worthwhile. And thus, I can't define it. The next logical question in your mind would probably be, if everyone has this innate incredibility, why isn't everyone changing the world, or even doing things they're passionate about? And I believe that this is because not everyone has unlocked their innate incredibility. Whether it be lack of motivation, lack of guidance, or even just the depletion of resources to unlock it, there are many reasons why someone has not unlocked it yet. This actually segues into my next topic. Having education reformed. Having education change to help unlock a child's innate incredibility. Education, starting in about 6th grade, will separate kids into advanced courses and others into support classes. You're put into the support classes because you, in 6th grade, are branded basic. Basic, that's what our state standardized test calls basic. Who wants to be called basic by the state government? I mean, the actual state is labeling you and branding you as someone who they think doesn't deserve the same kind of education. Someone who is destined for less greatness just because they can't choose between C or D. Believe it or not, this is a small example of branding. Let's think big. I like to think big. Let's think on a national scale. Scratch that. Let's think on an international scale. Today seems like a good day. Let's talk about the SAT, a test that millions of students take each year to determine acceptance into college. College Board, the administrator of the test, says the test determines whether you are sufficient for college or not. Just to see what all this hype was about, I registered to take it at a local high school. Before I was given the test, I was given advice, and someone told me that guessing was a good strategy, and that for most of the tests, I didn't need to know a thing but good test-taking strategy. That simply astounded me. That simply guffawed me. As you can imagine, this single test determines so much in your life. What test score you get can determine what kind of college you get into. What kind of college you get into can determine what kind of education you get. What kind of education you get can determine what kind of job you get. What kind of job you get can determine how much money you make. And most importantly, how much money you make can determine whether you buy 1 scoop of ice cream or 5 scoops with toppings. I mean, people, as a 14-year-old, I speak for 14-year-olds everywhere, saying, that's very important. This is a game changer. The SAT determines so much in your life. And we're talking about a test where good test-taking strategy and guessing being one of those strategies are the main components. This test is a perfect example of what locks innate incredibility because it prevents kids from fulfilling their potential by telling them a brand, a brand that will represent themselves. Branding is not good. Highlight, underline, star, not good. One more time for emphasis, not good for children because it can affect their psychological state. Students can go their whole lives thinking they are insufficient. Insufficient for college and insufficient for life. If everyone has this premonition that everyone is a genius, then you stop branding kids. You're giving an equal opportunity to all. A statement that built the American way. So I kind of dance around the question, how do you unlock incredibility in students? Here are 3 ways to unlock incredibility. First, you need to give opportunity to people. Second, you need to guide people to pursue their goals. And finally, you need to share your wisdom. When you think about it, these are all things that anyone can do on a daily basis without even giving them much thought. You. I see you in the corner there, you. And really, everyone in this whole auditorium and this whole wide world can unlock innate incredibility. Specifically schools. What I'm asking is not impossible. I'm asking that schools do their jobs and educate students the way they need to be by implementing these 3 things in the curriculum. So, why me? I mean, I still order off a kid's menu, for God's sake. I mean, why me? I'm just an ordinary kid. The one thing that may set me apart, however, would be the fact that I have competed with the best of the best in the world in a variety of things. For example, at the Scripps National Spelling Bee, I met some of the brightest and the best the world has to offer. And to be completely honest with you guys, before they were amazing people doing amazing things, they were just ordinary people following their passion. And through my experiences, I've seen these seemingly ordinary people accomplish extraordinary things. This is why innate incredibility is important. Because everyone can eventually unlock innate incredibility. They just need to find their passion and develop on it. So, at the end of this talk, now what? I mean, we're going to leave this auditorium and we're going to go back to our lives. What do I want you to leave this auditorium with? Well, first, you should follow me on Twitter. More importantly, and probably the driving point of this speech, is when you leave this auditorium and you go back to your lives, stop. And open your eyes to the amazing. Open your eyes to the amazing people that can do amazing things, that can change this world. Open your eyes and you will see unlimited possibilities. Possibilities we cannot even fathom. These people just need your help to unlock their innate incredibility. So, let's all help unlock other people's incredibility so that we may all unlock our own. Thank you.